Welcome to PRI.
It was 3,000 horsepower. So you're just strapped into the seat with 3,500 horsepower. Look at this puppy.
900 horsepower NASCAR motor with 2 twin turbos bolted on it.
A 15, 16 grand set of wheels. And then like a flip chip. Yeah, there you go. All right, this is my ride to the PRI show at the Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. It's cold. I left Florida, it was like 87 degrees. Here it's 40 degrees this morning. Let's go. There it is, the Lucas Oil Stadium. So this is one of the halls that they're holding the PRI show. Split between the stadium, the convention center. So I think I'm gonna go over to the stadium to start. I gotta pick up my media pass. Full disclosure, I have no idea where I'm going. I see some dudes wearing racing jackets going that way, so I must follow. So this is the PRI show, Performance Racing Industry. So it's kind of like a SEMA, it's a trade show. This is more geared towards racing and performance. Holly's out here, Vibrant Performance, Tycon. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people out here. So again, I have no idea where I'm going. So hopefully I'll see somebody with a PRI t-shirt lead me in the right direction, because it's cold out here. Whew. Much warmer inside of here. Got my credentials. So it's early, it starts at 9, it's like 8:15.
Welcome to PRI.
This is a bit different. I'm out here by myself. I don't have Kyle, I don't have Andrew, I don't have any of my buddies to walk around with me. But I'm gonna do my best to show you guys what's going on here at PRI. Let's go take a walk around and see what's going on. So this is the Lucas Oil Stadium. This is where the Colts play football. I don't think this is the main area for the event, but this is just kind of where I started. All right, so now we're in the main convention center. This is the main hall for PRI. I like the vibe. It's a lot more calm and chill than SEMA is. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought. And they do have more than performance parts here. I saw there's a whole fabrication area over there. We got welding companies out here. Carbide bits, we use some new carbide bits at our shop. Lathes, mills. I did want to circle back to some stuff that I thought was super duper cool. And since we do have a diesel project coming up in the future, I saw some diesel truck that I definitely want to show you guys. This thing is badass. So right here is a 54 Chevy Land Speed truck. How you doing, Mike? Mike related with Salvage the Savage. We haven't done a diesel, but we're getting ready to put a Duramax in an old 76 shorty van. Maybe we could talk about the engine and start and work our way back.
However you want to do it.
Let's do it, man. What's your name?
David.
David. So this is a 1954 Chevy pickup? Bro, this looks like a whole lot of action.
It's a Duramax.
Okay.
This particular engine is a D-stroke. This is a 364 cubic inch.
Okay.
To come down a class. They're not that exotic. They're stock blocks.
So this is purpose built for land speed?
This is purpose built for Bonneville only.
And what kind of power is this making?
About 1,500.
1,500 horsepower. And this is compound turbo? Compound turbo?
Yes. You got 258s and 272s.
So
you got a 58 and 72.
Twin compound turbo.
Twin compound, yes.
Wow, so that's a whole lot of boost right there.
Well, it doesn't. We only use 65 pounds. But what I
only
did
65 pounds only.
I did that to have a smoother power transition. Big turbos, you get that bog and then you get the hit.
Yeah.
And on the salt, that's not good.
So your turbo piping goes from the engine compartment to the back of the bed. What's going on back there? Can we check that out? Okay, so this is where all the turbos are. So your headers come back with like a long tube header right to your twin turbo setup over here.
Mm-hmm. So you got a big and a little on each bank of the motor. In between, when you come off the first one, the air goes, these big bites of air go into another intercooler. So you cool that air off, send it back into the inlet of this turbo.
Wow.
Goes back, goes into the inlet of this turbo, and then forward to be cooled again.
Wow. It's a lot of piping going on there.
Yeah, it got pretty complicated.
Yeah, I bet.
And the rules require it has to be below this bed rail, which
Okay.
that made it a little trickier.
All right, so he's saying, here's the intercooler back here. So it's stacked too high because obviously it's a compound turbo. So it's coming back, feeding the turbos up top, and then the bottom ones are feeding the bigger turbos here. And then it's also going back up front. You got some more cooling going on up here. It's very complicated setup, but they did a really good job of making it look clean, I'll tell you that. 1,500 horsepower, about 65 pounds of boost. Get some. I wish we were allowed to start these things in here. This is a pretty cool truck. I met the guy who built it. This is an OBS truck that he's building for racing. It's a rear engine, LS, all fiberglass bed, fiberglass doors. He put a 2-inch wide body fender flares on it that looks super great. I mean, it looks like it's all built in. Obviously, this is all one-off fiberglass that he molded. It looks super clean. This thing's gonna be ripping. Viking coilovers. You guys have seen these on our EV truck. So over here we got Vibrant Performance, Drive Shaft Shop. Drive Shaft Shop. It's a fun word. Actually, Drive Shaft Shop supplied us with our 2 CV axles on our front Tesla motor on the EV truck. We got some beefy stuff. Up to 2,000 horsepower on this, built to hold the power. The old Vibrant Performance booth, very classy, white carpet, that's how they roll. Somebody told me that this Mustang was 3,000 horsepower, 5 seconds and a quarter mile. Look at that. It's like a 5-inch exhaust. A huge, huge turbo. I don't even know what size that is, but it's big. Some of the Vibrant products. This is something I want to do on a future build. Oval bend pipe. That stuff's pretty sweet. It's good for like low cars, so you get a little extra clearance. All right, so I finally found the busiest man at the PRI show. This is him right here, guys. So when I'm at the shop and I'm talking about Vibrant Performance, this is the guy I'm talking about. This is Art. Everyone say hi to Art. He's from Canada, eh?
I'm sorry, I'm Canadian.
Real quick, before we talk about Vibrant, what do you got here? I heard this is 3,000 horsepower.
4,000.
4,000 horsepower.
Manny Alvarez approached us, told us he's building this. He took a Pro Mod chassis. He purchased all the parts he needed from Ford, frame pieces like B pillar, A pillars, that were required in the rule book for what it has to be in order for it to race this class. And he welded it into the Pro Mod chassis, so he didn't have to cut up a whole car. And everything else is carbon fiber.
And then a huge motor.
Yeah, so, you know, Steve Morris engines, it's got a 140 millimeter turbo on it. All Vibrant components, obviously. We got the new clamp on it as well.
So, new product, real quick, because I know you're busy and...
Oh, for you, Mikey, for you, I always got time. You know that, my man.
Handsome and sweet.
So we got new catch cans. That's pretty awesome. We're really excited for these because our engineer brought this idea of having filter barrels. So they're internally baffled with a drip tray, and they have the same features that the old catch cans had, like the dip stick. But the most exciting part is they come in 3 different sizes. So we got that nice small little stubby, the medium sized one we always had, and then we have the super large one.
Oh wow.
Those big ones are great for the diesel guys.
That little stubby one is something that we could probably be using.
New clamps, they're pinless. So everything's the same as before when it comes to the ferrules. We have the same O-rings, all the technology, all the design that we put, all the testing we put into that was done years ago.
Right.
So this clamp was like awesome from day one. It was never any issues.
Love them.
The only problem people had, that wasn't really a problem, is the inconvenience of taking the pin out. So now that problem is gone because the clamp is all a single unit. The other cool thing is it's sprung.
Yeah, okay. Because usually they don't spring like that.
No, they dangle.
Dangles.
They do, they dangle. So it made it a lot more difficult when you're doing the installation, when, you know, trackside especially.
So that's the beauty of these clamps, guys. Not only do they look good, they function right, but if you got to pull something off and you're racing, they're just easy. You don't even have to grab a tool, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, you just have to hold this little button and then...
Okay, so you push that button and then it clamps right down.
It's a safety lock, essentially. So it's got an extra redundancy, just so that no one can open it by accident, or it doesn't like vibrate open.
Yeah.
And then the last cool thing is it's chamfered on the inside. I don't know if you had this issue, but when you're putting it on, you can kind of self-align it. So it's
it clicks right in.
Yeah, it just chamfers itself inside to it.
Love it.
Yeah, there's a little stubby catch can.
Love it.
So that one's the open port, so it's got a filter element that releases
gases.
Yeah, gases into the atmosphere. There's also a 4-port in case you want to run it back to the exhaust or back into the intake.
Well, yeah, that's what we just had to use on the 62.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a 3-port.
Couldn't have been a 3-port.
No?
We had a 4 or 2.
No, it wasn't. It's not a vibrant one.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, there's your problem.
I didn't even know you had those. I don't have the catalog.
Okay, so we have this on video, right?
Now I gotta walk around with the catalog, and now I got this. If you guys are fabricators, whether you're professional, you're doing it in your garage, in your barn, you gotta get the vibrant stuff, man. It not only looks super good at the end product, but it works, it functions great, top quality. All right, now we're gonna get a selfie. Something else that I saw over here, I guess this is like the diesel section. This is something I've never seen before. You guys could see it already. This is nuts. Look at that. Wow. Tube chassis all the way back.
Yeah, don't forget the one down
Jeez. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you guys, I have zero idea what I'm looking at. A Cummins Killer. 3,200 horsepower, 3,500 foot-pounds of torque. So you're just strapped into this seat with 3,500 horsepower, rock and roll. How many turbos are on this thing?
Three big ones.
3 big ones.
200 pounds of boost.
Are you the driver of this?
No, I was just paid to say what I should say and what I shouldn't say.
All right, well, tell us a little bit about it, brother.
It's a sled pulling truck, obviously.
Sled pull. Well,
yep.
obviously, I don't.
Yep.
I mean,
And
I don't know.
It's an OEM. It's an OEM body. It's Duramax-based engine, triple Weimer turbos. These two spooled that big one down there.
These 2 big turbos.
These 2 feed into this charge pipe here that spools that turbo that goes across there, goes into your water to air. That obviously cools the intake temperature.
So what size are these?
I'm not exactly sure the turbo sizing.
How much are they paying you? You don't even know all the information. Come on, man.
Hey,
You gotta know it.
I'm here. I'm here.
You're doing a good job, bro. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for your time. And this thing makes like
Yeah.
3,500 horsepower?
3,500 horsepower. Yes.
Jeez. And that's
Yep.
it. You're just strapped into that little seat.
You're strapped in that seat and you got a plexiglass firewall.
Huh.
And just give it all.
It's very cool, man.
Give it all the beans.
Give it all the beans, he said. Plexiglass firewall. How many of you guys would sit behind that in that driver's seat with 3,500 horsepower? I don't know if I'd mash the pedal. I'm a little scared. Look at this thing.
They did actually phenomenal. Supper.
Just looking at the brake pedal and the throttle pedal. It's pretty cool. All right, so now we're starting to get back into fabrication equipment. Oh look, this guy's over here scanning. What kind of scanner is that?
This is a Creaform HandyScan Black Elite.
Ah, Creaform.
Yeah.
We use the PL3. This is my pet peeve though. I mean, I literally find these things in my freaking underwear. Yeah.
And the bottom of these shoes.
It's crazy.
That's where like the Metroscan, the big guy over there. If we were doing this right, we wouldn't even put. So this camera right here tracks that ball.
Oh, wow.
Space. So you can scan a full car, like almost like no dots. If we had a proper setup, we can scan this whole bike in probably 20 minutes.
Wow.
But that's like
yeah, but that thing,
that's their top of the line.
That costs $120,000 for this.
Yeah.
You have to be scanning a lot of stuff to pay that off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a blue light laser, so you can scan any surface you're gonna throw it at. Chromes, no powder, no dots. Just pack it up and scan anything. Matte blacks, doesn't matter.
And you don't have to use that spray?
Nope, no spray.
I don't mind the spray, but the dots give me anxiety.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Have a good one, bro.
Thank you too.
So this is kind of cool. This is something you guys have probably seen on the old interweb. The farm truck boat. So did they just make like a fiberglass replica of the truck?
Yeah. Painted it all the way, made it all the dents the same. It floats, it goes about 90 miles per hour in the water.
Wow.
And it's like they try to replicate all the dents and stuff, and like even the rusted even though it's
The bumper, they patinaed it.
Yeah. Even though it's pretty cool.
That is cool. And that's the original motor that was in the real farm truck?
Yeah, the 502.
I bet this thing screams.
Oh man.
The wheels even turn. The wheels on the boat go round and round. So they made a whole fiberglass body to replicate the farm truck. Even made it look all patinaed like that. That's a pretty good job, man. This thing's pretty neat. I saw this before. It's like a utility cart for a race car. You know, you're down at the end of the track and you have something happen. You have all your tools and stuff right here inside this cart. So it's completely outfitted for like a toolbox. It's very cool. Look at that. The mule. So this is the Renegade Racing Fuel and Oils.
So we blend and manufacture our fuels in Owensboro, Kentucky. We have dealers all through the 50 states and in 32 international countries. We're all racers. Most of us are racers. I drag race. He drag races. Our tech director drag races. We got some moto guys, dirt guys.
So these pails, you could get them in different octanes?
Yeah, so we have oxygenated fuels, ethanol fuels, leaded, unleaded, anywhere from a 93 to a 120 octane.
120.
Yeah, our racing fuel runs cleaner, cooler, and more consistent.
I'm sure it's not cheap, but the benefits of using it seem like they may outweigh the price.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, I mean, you have a car that you're spending how much money in? You want to make sure you're putting the good stuff in there.
A race car could be a $500,000 investment, so you want to put the good stuff in it. So other than the fuels, you guys also have oils and lubricants, is correct?
Yeah, so we have octane booster, 50 to 1, small engine fuels, a hog juice. That's our wrap.
It's all about the brand, guys.
Yeah.
And then you got diesel, racing diesel. Oh, that's cool. We're getting ready to build a diesel truck.
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll be ready for you.
And then I also saw that you guys could put additives into your fuel to make it smell good.
Oh,
we can do that, absolutely.
For sure. It's
Right out of the
grape
exhaust.
cherry and we call it spankumberry.
Spankumberry.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget about Gondo Grape.
Gondo, grape, spankle. You guys are clever. I appreciate y'all's time.
Hey, you know in Kentucky we're known for three things, right?
I've been to Kentucky
World-class
twice.
bourbon, world-class horse racing, and racing fuel. Those three things.
I love it.
Beachman and Bowling Green actually is a big host of our fuel.
Okay.
So we have tanks on site.
You could buy these in, what is that, what is that? 5 gallon, and then you could also buy a barrel?
Yeah,
yeah.
or bulk fuel.
Wow.
If you want 8,000 gallons, we can ship you 8,000 gallons.
8,000 gallons.
We can ship 30,000 gallons too.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna need a bigger truck. All right, well, you guys, if you're interested in the Renegade Race Fuel, check them out at renegaderacefuel.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should work for these guys.
You should. You want to drop?
I got plenty of jobs. I wear a lot of hats. Thanks for your time, guys.
Awesome, thank you.
Lime green and black. This is the man. James
guys?
Evans, the owner of Sikky, and also I heard he's a really good drift racer. That's how it all started, right?
I'm kind of washed up at this point, but yeah, that's where it all
We're
started.
getting old, James.
Yeah, I know, getting old, that's for sure.
So you guys have seen us use the Sikky product on our channel a whole bunch. You see our banner in the shop. Real quick, we're gonna let James walk through a couple of his new products and a couple things that you've seen. I mean, you've seen this in the EV truck. Andrew's got one in his drift car. The drive set that we love that we put on the Travelall. This is a kind of a newer product, right?
It's fairly new, so it's a pretty unique design where we incorporate the AC bracket, keeps these fittings up out of the way, so it's all real tight. A lot of people, you know, doing swaps, you run into issues where there's just not a lot of room with frame rails in the engine compartment. So this whole front drive is just to make engine swapping easier.
So all the accessory drives we've used, and I've tried a whole bunch, this is definitely the most tight setup that I've seen. It's extremely compact. So yeah, you guys check that out if you're doing an LS swap.
Yeah, we got all the different mount kits we make for BMW, Nissan, Mazda, Toyota, Subaru.
If you want to LS swap X-Body, or you want to LS swap a BMW, you go onto his site and you can literally buy everything you need to shove a LS into these cars, right?
Yeah, there's people obviously been making LS swaps forever, but it's usually like, oh, here's a motor mount, figure the rest out. So
you got to go source it all out yourself.
Yeah, we're like, all right, let's make a complete solution. For the most part, we try to get all the pain points, you know, make it easy.
This is always a pain, guys. I'm sure you know that. Like, to find a set of headers that's going to work without going through a million of them or building custom ones, they've already figured all that out for you.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time, and the engine bays are so tight, you don't have like a 2-inch clearance. So we're working with 1/8 inch, 1/2 inch, you know.
Right.
It's got to be perfect every time. So we put a lot of time into our jigs, make sure they come out the same way every time. But we've got a lot of shifters now that make the swaps a lot more convenient. So this is a new shift lever design. So this is a 16 position. So if you got to rotate around, and it also can adapt to your.
Oh, so if you got like a hand shifter next to it, and you need to slide that over to the other side.
So we make a bunch of shifters that relocate forward and backwards, but now we're incorporating this rod, so you'll be able to get rotation too. Over here we got all these T56 Magnum.
I've used this, guys.
There's so many different setups that people are doing swaps in. This is just makes it easy, so you don't have to cut a hole in your floor. I mean,
yeah.
Not everyone's got the fab skills that you guys have, but no big deal to you to cut a hole. But
right,
some people want to bolt it in, so they're going to just pick out one of these shifters. So if you're putting any of the Tremix into a car, you know, we pretty much make a shifter, or we're developing one at the moment. So there's a lot of other stuff coming. So it's a good way to reduce that throw of your shifter and also get it in the right spot.
So I've said it before, I've said it again. If you guys are doing LS swaps, it's a must. You got to go check out Sikky.com, check out their Instagram, check out their YouTube channel. They make cool videos, kind of help you guys figure stuff out. It's sick. It's sick. Go check it out. It's made in the U.S. too. So if that's a thing, then these are your guys. America. Thanks for your time, brother.
Yeah, man.
Sitting here with Chris Holt. He's my man over at HP Tuners. We're gonna talk to Chris about a new device that HP Tuners just came out with 3 months ago?
Yes, three months ago.
So,
as a result of the chip shortage, we've got the MPVI3. This is our newest, latest and greatest device, OBD2, and Mike is gonna be getting one of these pretty soon. Looking forward
we've been talking about that.
Yeah, looking forward to being a part of future builds using a factory computer. So state-of-the-art data logging, tuning for thousands of vehicles. It doesn't have to be an American V8. It could be a 4-cylinder VW. Yeah.
Most things with an OBD port.
Yes, exactly, including side-by-sides, which is
okay,
awesome.
Cool.
Not only that, you can also do scanning, so you can clear check engine lights. It's big news because for the past year, you know, everyone's struggled with chip shortage, us included. We've been public about that.
What does that mean, chip shortage?
So there's specific chips that go into basically any piece of technology. There's been a shortage in the automotive industry that has also affected us. So we were able to find a workaround. That's why we have a new device earlier than we usually have a new device, because we found a way to supply these chips differently than we were before. So the chip shortage is no longer affecting us. We're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
You guys check out HP Tuners on their Instagram, on their website, hptuners.com, I'm sure, right?
Yep.
We'll get into this device when we get it at our shop, and we'll talk more about it. We'll let Andrew handle that because he knows all about this stuff. Meanwhile, maybe Joanna will let us see her car. What do you think?
I think she will. She loves showing it off.
Joanna showed up. This is her race car. Is this street legal?
It is. Well, technically the belts make it not street legal anymore and having a cage, but I drive it on the street all the time.
All right, so what do you got here, young lady? What are you working with?
So this is my 2018 Mustang. It has a 3-liter ported whip. I'll show you.
It is dirty.
It is dirty, I know, I'm sorry. We don't really dyno it anymore, but if I had to guess, I would say it makes just under 1,200, and I went 862 at 164 in it.
In a quarter mile.
Yep. And I drive
it's fast, boys.
Yeah, I drive it as often as I physically can.
Do you get nervous?
No.
No?
That's what's more scary about the car, that it's not scary.
You know what that means, right?
I have to keep going faster.
More power.
Yeah.
You gotta have more power.
Yeah, the only downside is my dad's a tuner. So everyone thinks I'm so lucky, and your dad.
Yeah, why would that be a downside? Dad.
Because he can say no. He says no.
Right.
You know?
I understand that.
Yeah, so.
The interior, is it like stock? You got a cage?
Oh no, let's look.
Yeah,
here.
let's see.
The door's open. I'll show you.
Yeah.
So it's a Fat House Fab cage. It's the original interior. It came with the digital dash. This seat's my husband's. I just have it when he's cruising around.
Okay.
I'm too cheap
and then you
to buy
pop
a
it out
right now. Yeah. So I have a Kirky for me, and then a rear seat delete. But that's about it.
No rear seat. This is for the the husband doesn't even get bolts.
Yeah.
Just hold on, honey.
I took it out. I took it out because we just raced at World Cup, and I totally forgot about it as we're loading it on the trailer. I'm like, oh no, the seat's not attached. She's like, well, I don't have to ride with you, so I guess it's fine.
Well, thank you for your time showing us your car. Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
See you around this
What's
year.
your Instagram? Is this your Instagram?
Yeah, that 1320.
If you guys want to check her out, that 1320 chick. All right, so we're over here in the performance parts section. ICT billet booth. We know them. Look at this puppy. Nice. Nice little fox body. All right, so we're out here at the ICT billet booth with Sean. Sean's our new contact sales director and marketing now. Yep. So he's got another title. He's gonna need new business cards.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So you got something new you want to talk about?
Yeah. So recently we released these billet timing covers. So they are a little bit different than our cast timing covers. Billet being one of the things. But also now it works with all balancer spacing, so you can use it on a Corvette, Camaro, truck application. It does have a close clearance, so you can use it with low mount accessory applications. Right over here, actually, we have one on this display engine with tight fit fitting, so you can actually use it with low mount accessories as well. So we got this tight fit 90-degree fitting here. Now you can use it with like low mount alternators, whereas with our previous cast timing cover, you couldn't get that kind of clearance, but now you can, so it's more universal with a lot more applications. We do have some like new Godzilla mounts, things like that, kind of starting to get into the 7.3 market as well.
You heard that, guys? We're actually getting ready to start a Godzilla project. It's the next one on the books. We're doing a 65 Continental with a Godzilla.
That'll be cool.
So maybe you guys can get involved in that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
For sure. Yeah, we got mounts over there for you and everything like that. Godzilla, it's a universal mount. It's a weld-in style mount as well, but it does come with this adapter plate, the poly bushings, and then that mount as well. And then you have 2 weldable steel mounts that go to the frame.
You got ECU brackets, fancy ones. Yep. We've used all this stuff. You guys have seen all this stuff on our channel. Well, you guys have a nice display, man, and that Mustang's freaking sick. Yeah. What kind of power does that thing make?
2,000.
Do you know a lot about that car?
A little bit. It's one of our employees. He's an engineer.
Can you show it to us real quick?
Yeah.
Come on.
So it's a crank-driven F1X. Makes 2,000 horsepower. It's got mass heads on it. Our notch box body.
I did notice the Haltech IC7 display. Oh yeah, race car. Haltech buttons, IC7 display. Very cool, man. Sick.
Yep.
It's nice in your booth.
For sure, appreciate that. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Thanks
nice
for your time, bro. We'll see you, man.
Woo!
Woo! Wasn't expecting that. Garrett turbos. A lot of vibrant stuff. This thing looks slick. Big money, boys. Big money. Quick change rear end. How close they sit to the steering wheel. Mid-mount engine. Headers swooping down through the passenger side of the cab, going underneath this deck right here. Exit right here. Nice car. You know what else they got? Nice pens. I'll take one. Ooh, Viper chairs. We're out here at all the boys from Viper. This is Henry. He's local, dude. He was born and raised in Florida.
Yes, sir.
And he left us in Green Bay, you said?
Yeah, I mean, that's what Viper is, right?
I don't know where Viper is. You're here to tell me about your company. I don't know about it. All I know is I see him on Instagram all the time, and I'm always like, damn, I need a chair.
Got our big boy attachment here on our robust steel mat, so pretty much our premier shop chair as far as what's been popular, what's been kind of happening with us.
First of all, the design on these things are sick. You said this one's a Rolls Royce, and you can put your logo, your shop logo on them. Here, hold this for a second. Let me test this one out again. So this is what I would need. Sit up at the welding table. Yeah, it's comfortable, boys.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I mean, it goes from 24 inches to 32 inches with that threaded rod. I mean, you can go all the way up to 28 and 32 with our quick height.
So it's adjustable. Adjustable.
Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you something. That's how we adjust most of our chairs here at Viper when it comes to that quick height. So, up.
That actually might even be a good height for me. Right. Because my welding tables, it's pretty low. Now what happens when you're TIGging and you get a burn hole in this? You're screwed?
Spark retardant, so you probably won't.
Come on. You heard him? So it's spark retardant. So you don't have to worry if you're welding or you're freaking, even if you got the MIG gun out, and you get something on there, it's not going to burn a hole in it.
And that's consistent with our custom logos too, so that doesn't negate that with that either. So
all right, so chairs are your big thing. And you also got a crawler.
Creepy crawler, yes sir.
I think we need a new one of those too. You should see the one we have, man. Let me get a feel on it. Oh, I'm too old for this. All right, good night. Good night.
There it is. All right, down for the count. I guess I'm taking over. Salvage to Savage with Henry. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, man.
So and then you got this for detailers, I'm assuming, because you can put all your little spray in.
But you can actually take this off and put it on every chair with that same circular demeanor.
Okay.
Unless it's got that big one. They use the same base plate, so they're not cross-compatible yet.
All right, you guys, if you're interested in the Viper chair line, go over, check out their Instagram. They're popping. What's your Instagram?
Viper Chairs. Look us up
Viper
at
Chairs.
And go to viperindustrial.com. You'll find us, man. Or just give us a call, 301-3822.
My man.
Yes, sir.
My man's on point right here. You got to get a raise. All right, so I'm walking past the Forge Line booth. I'm sitting here with David. They told me that David's the face of Forge Line. I don't know. What do you guys think? He does have nice hair. So David's going to kind of walk us through a couple of their wheels. We're going to start off with these. These are their Heritage?
They're part of the Heritage series, which is obviously like retro style wheels. What we call an OE1, which looks like an old steel.
They're kind of like a smoothie.
Right, kind of like a smoothie, right.
They're really nice for a C10 build.
A new wheel for this year, we call this the ET3C, which looks like an old slotted mag. Make that in 17, 18, 19, even 20 inch.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's a sweet wheel. Yep. I love all these. This is like a more of a classic style, and of course, you come around the other side over here.
These are monoblock wheels, and this is a carbon fiber, two-piece wheel, carbon fiber, true carbon fiber barrel with an aluminum center. 15, 16 grand.
No way. 15, 16 grand, guys, for a set of wheels. But they're light.
Yep, absolutely.
Speaking of carbon fiber, you guys happen to have, what is this? Is this a Ford GT?
So it's actually built on a 2005 Ford GT. They somehow acquired the last 30 rolling chassis. I have no idea how they did that. They're going to build these cars. If they built a wide body carbon fiber body for it. It's got a Roush Yates 900 horsepower NASCAR motor with 2 twin turbos bolted on it, so it's 1400 horsepower.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. So
this thing probably weighs like 2,000 pounds.
2,700 pounds, yeah.
Well, this car is cool, but obviously the wheels, we'll get back to that. You just said carbon fiber, and I
absolutely.
was like, wow, this
talk
thing.
about the car. It's fantastic.
Let's see the three-piece. This is a new style that you guys are coming out with right now.
So yeah, we do it. We got into the drag racing market about 2 years ago. So our drag racing wheels are a little bit different. There's no welding in our beadlock wheels. It's a monoblock, a true monoblock wheel. So we're not welding the flange on for the beadlock ring. Makes it lighter, stronger, more durable. It doesn't leak because there's no welds in it. Got a bunch of styles in that. We're doing a center lock version for like Lamborghinis and R8s, which I'm not sure anybody else does that.
Do you have any beadlock for like off-roading?
We are working on that. We should have that. It's at test right now, and we should have off-road wheels within 90 days.
Thank you for walking us through. All right, so I'm walking past this booth. What is this thing?
So this is a drag racing reaction simulator. So we're simulating your reaction time for drag racing.
Okay. That I can do. So he's challenging me. So I can't walk away without hitting this thing with him. So will you hold this?
Yeah, I'll record. If you want to be, if you're gonna have to use ours, it's pretty simple. It's set up like a turbo car. It's in 3 times with it. It'll be a lot faster coming off that button. Down. There you go. Go. Yeah. There you go, Mikey.
Got you on that one, Don. That's it. First time for time.
Mikey's up on the leaderboard now. Alright, here we go. Here's the tiebreaker.
I was sleeping. I
hate to tell you, but I woke you, dog. I know, I'm just teasing you, bro. Thank you. That was a lot of fun, man. Hold on. Look, hold on.
Below me on the leaderboard. My husband built these, so that's this guy right here.
They're very cool, man.
So we are BMF Garage on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere you want us. TikTok also. Yeah, there you go. So BMF Automation's our company, and BMF Garage is our YouTube stuff.
And do you rent these things out? You bring them out to people's events?
We rent them out. Anybody who wants to rent them. So we were at SEMA with these. We're here with these. We'll go anywhere.
Does William come with you?
No, I'm just here.
So he's just a super fan.
Oh, he's a super
I just showed
fan.
up here on day one and I ain't left.
All right, well, check them out, man. It's a lot of fun. All right, so I'm walking past the Haltech booth, and this is the guy we've been talking about our shop. This is Sean from Attack the Clock Racing. He's in Mount Dora, Florida. This is the guy who's got our BMW transmission. I thought he was gonna bring it with him to the PRI show so I could take it back home on the plane, but that didn't happen. But what did you bring out here, Sean?
Yeah, so this is what's left of our 1974 240Z. It's not much Z left, literally just the good parts that are left, and but it's a full tube chassis, full carbon fiber car, LS power plant. Can make 850 pretty easily. Does have a DCT paddle
That's what I was
shift.
going to ask you, because everybody now is commenting on our video. Why'd you do a BMW transmission? Maybe you could explain it to them.
Yeah, so the BMW transmission can hold almost up to like 1,200 foot-pounds of torque before it brakes, which is pretty gnarly. And that's like, and you can do things. I mean, that's just a stock transmission can hold that. So you can even beef it up even more. But the biggest thing is 200 millisecond shifts. So at a modern race car, like there is nothing faster than being able to click a paddle and 200 millisecond shifts.
Could you do a sound effect for it? Isn't it like a blip shift? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but yeah. So, but the great thing about this transmission is that you can make it act like an automatic. So you can program like an automatic mode and forward, reverse, drive, park, all that stuff like that. And then you can, if you wanted to, you can put like a sequential style shifter on it. So if you're like, I don't like paddles, I like that feel of a shifter, you can easily just, it's just two wires. What do you
have in this car?
I've got, we've got the steering wheel that we make.
Can you
but
show it to us?
Yeah, but it's paddle shift.
Last time I saw this car in your shop, you didn't have the whole body on it. It was just tube chassis, which looks kind of cool.
So yeah, we make this steering wheel. It's carbon fiber, and then machine. But yeah, it's just got a nice like crisp feel to it.
Yeah. Could I touch your steering wheel? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, could you have a shifter and have that as well?
Yes, you can.
So
and you can also have like a little thing for if you want to, put in automatic. Like banging gears is great, but like sometimes you just want to cruise and you can just put it in drive, and this thing shifts on its own. So the transmissions themselves aren't super expensive, and then like all said and done, it's not, it's way cheaper than a sequential transmission. And
so this guy is a full-on race car, carbon fiber body, and you actually race this thing, right?
Yeah, we race this thing up Pikes Peak.
This thing is bitching, bro. And what does this thing weigh? Like about 2,000?
2650.
2650.
Yeah, that's our pretty much me not in the car weight, and then our race line weight for Pikes Peak, we're right at 2,900 pounds, full fuel, me in the car, geared up, all ready to go.
And what is the horsepower on this? I didn't know.
We can make 850 with it. We run the car about 650 just because it's already scary to drive. With all of this gripping down for us, 650 is way plenty.
Yeah.
And 850, we've cut a couple laps with 850, and it's just traction control just goes crazy all the time. It's just trying to kill itself. So
I have an idea. When I come to your shop next time, it'd be cool if maybe you could like take me on a little spin.
Yeah, we'll let you ride shotgun on the.
I'll sit on your lap.
Yeah, we've
bro.
done that before. No problem.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll sit on that
we'll definitely
big
make
old
a couple
tank.
Passes.
What does that take? Is that fuel? Dry sump for your oil?
Yep.
Full on race car.
Yep.
All right, bro. Good to see you, man.
Hey, man.
Thanks for your time. We'll see you soon, I hope, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
All right, well, you see that, guys. The cars are moving out. PRI is officially over. Well, that's a wrap on the 2022 PRI show. It's my first time out here. I had a great time. Got to see a lot of friends. Got to meet a bunch of new people, which is awesome. Hope you guys enjoy the extra content that we guys put out for you guys. I know I was by myself. I probably didn't do the best job, but either way, we'll be back at the regular content this Wednesday. We'll see you then. Peace.